Good morning, students. Today I am going to start a new chapter, and the title of that chapter is Ailing Planet, the Green Movement's Role. Now, here the word ailing means sick, or you can say unwell, and the writer of this chapter is Nanny. And what is this chapter about? Now, first of all, this chapter focuses on some of the factors that are very responsible for the ailing. Ailing means sick, or the sick health of the earth, or declining health of the earth planet. Now, this is an original article, and it is written by Nani Palkiwala, which was published in the newspaper. The title of that newspaper is the Indian Express, and the date on which it was published is November 23rd, 1994. Now, what is this article about? In this article, the writer Nani is discussing the green movement. Now, this is the movement which we are talking about, and what is this movement is. Now, this movement is about how a Jew in Zambia, that is this country, they have declared that the human being is the world's most dangerous animal. So they have declared in this green movement, because this is the writer. Through this movement, the writer also focusing on overpopulations and deforestations, and what should be our responsibility toward the environment, right? Now, overall, we can say that this is the chapter about the exploitation of the earth, and how the earth health is deteriorating, and we are exploiting the natural resources, and what is the present condition of the earth is. And it's when we are watching the environment and the consequences, that is the environmental condition is very critical. And today there are so many people are coming forward for this, for stopping this exploitation of the resources, as well as you can say the earth. And here the writer is talking about that particular green movement in this chapter. Okay, so let's discuss line by line explanation. Okay, so here you can see that I told you that this is the Indian Express on 24th November 1994, and let's start. Okay, one cannot recall any moment in world history which has gripped the imagination of the entire human race so completely and so rapidly as the Green Movement, which started nearly 25 years ago. Now, here I told you that the writer is talking about the Green Movement, which was started before 25 years ago. Now, what is the Green Movement? Now, it is a movement which stresses people to follow environmentally friendly practices. Now, in short, we have to treat environment as a human being. That time they first recognized environment as a human, not as a non-human thing. They are the human things. So we have to treat them with a friendly practices, and no one can recall any woman. This is the first movement in the history, the green movement, in which we have considered the entire human race as a rapidly. They have imagined the green movement and the whole earth and the planet as a human, right? And gripped means clutched it, or hold it. Now, going further, in 1972, the world's first nationwide green movement party was founded in New Zealand. Now, this party, or this you can say the movement, founded in New Zealand in 1972. Since that, the movement has not looked back. and then after it is not stop, it is going further and further. We have shifted one hopes and irrevocably from the mechanistic view of a holistic and ecological view of the world. Now, this movement, they have shifted from one hopes to irrevocably. Irrevocably means in a way that cannot be changed or reversed. वो उनका शिफ्ट हो गया था फ्रॉम मैकेनिस्टिक व्यू. मैकेनिस्टिक व्यू मतलब मैकेनिकल जो अपना माइंडसेट होता है उससे वी हैव टर्न शिफ्टेड. कौन से व्यू पे शिफ्ट हुए हैं? होलिस्टिक एंड इकोलॉजिकल व्यू. व्हाट इज होलिस्टिक एंड इकोलॉजिकल व्यू? It means a view for the preservation of the environment. It also refers to the understanding of importance of Earth's resources for the use of future generation. Now, before that, in 1972, when they have founded that is Green Movement, that time they are thinking about only to stop the exploitation of the earth, and they have found the ailing of the earth. Now they have shifted their hope from this mechanical view to holistic and ecological view. Now what is holistic and ecological view? Now right now they are thinking that the environment, we should preserve our environment and the resources, and what are the importance of these resources for the use of the future generation. Now what we should do and what we will give to our future generation. So they have shifted this view from mechanistic view. It is a shift in human perception as revolutionary as that introduced by Copernicus, who taught mankind in the 16th century the earth and the other planet revolved around the sun. Now here the writer Nani is comparing this view. Revolutionary view means complete change about the human perception. So there is a change in the human perception. Now here the writer is comparing this perception, revolutionary perception, with the Copernicus, those who had found and who taught us about the planet and the earth that revolves around the sun. So that invention is just like the new view with this perception. So that here they are comparing with the Copernicus taught what he had taught us. For the first time in human history, there is a growing worldwide consciousness that the earth itself is a living organism, an enormous part or being of which we are part. Now here for the first time, people are thinking that environment or is not, and you can say the earth, planet is not a non-living thing. It is a living organism or enormous being, and he is the human being of which we are parts, and we are the part of this earth. It is not our part, but we are the part of the earth, and it is a living organism. It has its own metabolic needs and vital processes which need to be respected and preserved. Now, metabolic means needs. Now, needs of a living organism that enables them to have a chemical process that causes food to use for growth and energy. Now, here we can see that this is the whole process of food and their preservation. That is a vital process which need to be respected and preserved. So right now we are exploiting earth, right? So how we are exploiting? By mining the coals and the deforestations and the water pollution, air pollution, noise pollution, overpopulations, and there are so many lists that we are not respecting the earth, and that is the thing that we need to preserve it for our future generation. Next, the earth's vital signs reveal us a patient in declining health. Now here there are so many signs we are facing, and here you can see that right now the pandemic which we are facing, that is also one of the signs that the earth is a patient, and it is in a declining head, that it is sick, and we need to stop this exploitation. Now here you can see that we cannot give, when this pandemic occurred, everybody, the whole earth is on a silent mode. Nobody is going out. The companies and the roads are silent. And that time I got so many messages, and one message I remembered that, and that is that the earth is taking breath. So that right now the earth is taking breath because we are not giving it a time to take a breath. So we have to respect and we have to preserve the earth and the planet for our future generation. Now, we have begun to realize our ethical obligation to be good stewards of the planet and responsible trustees of the legacy to the future generation. Now, here writer is talking about that we have to realize our ethical obligation. Now, what do you mean by ethical obligation? When someone is required to be something based on righteous standards of rules. Now, this is our rule or righteousness, that we have to be understand and we have to realize with that to be good stewards. Stewards means to manage or to look after. We have to manage the earth and we have to look after the earth because it is our what human organism, or you can say that, sorry, not human, living organism, and we are the part of the earth. So we have to manage the planet with as a responsible trustees, as we are the trustees of the earth, of the legacy to future generations, so that we can give the legacy for the future generation. Going further, the concept of sustainable development was popularized in 1986 by the World Commission on Environment and the Development. Now, the sustainable development. Now, what is sustainable development? Is economical development without the depletion of natural resources. Now, what is economical development? So, there are many businesses that are dependent on the planet earth, on the earth and the earth resources that we are getting it. So if we are not using the earth, then what will be the economic development of the earth or the people? So here in 1987 the World Commissions had developed one concept, and the title of that concept is sustainable development. So how to develop the economical development without the depletion of natural resources. Depletion means without the exploitation of natural resources. How can we increase our economical development? In its report, it defined the idea as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. Now here in this report they were talking about that what is the development. So here we need in the present time we need some things, and with that development that needs, that without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. Right now we are using everything to every resources to meet our needs without thinking about ability of the future generation. Now what will happen? Right now we are using petrol, diesel without thinking about the future generation. If it is possible for us to go by walk, then use the hand, but still we are using bike. If you are alone, I have seen that you are using car, people are using car, and there is sitting only one person, he is using car and he is that using the petrol for only one person. So that is very ridiculous thing, that nowadays in India people are not thinking about the future generation. So this is humble request to you also, if it is needed or necessary, then and then you use to meet your needs, this earth or other resources. Otherwise don't use it. If it is possible by walk, then go by walk. If it is possible on bike, then go back. But there is no need to use for one person one car. So sometimes it is ridiculous, and it is very serious to understand on this chapter, or sorry, on this factor, that what we are doing with the earth, and we are thinking that we are what will give to our future generation. So here, that is one example. Without stripping the natural world of resources future generation would need. Now we are not thinking about that what happened about the future generation. Right now we are giving them so much facilities, but what happened then when they become adult, and when their time to go for a job and to meet their ends, so that time we don't have petrol, diesels, and the natural disasters. So you can right now see that there are so many people are losing their life because of the natural disasters, flood, and there are so many earthquake and so many feminine disastrous things happen in the whole world. Now, fire in the jungle, right? So there are so many things, and we are not thinking about. Still, our eyes are closed. We are not thinking about that earth. Our earth is declining. Our earth is unwell. Our earth is sick, and we have to do something for the future generation, for the saving the earth. Okay, it's very really interesting. In the zoo at Lusaka, Zambia, there is a cage where the notice reads the world's most dangerous animal. Now here the writer is talking about one line which was written in a zoo, and here it is written that the world's most dangerous animal. Inside the cage, there is no animal but a mirror where you see yourself. Now, very interesting. So here what happened? Then when you go to that cage, there was one mirror, and in that, when you see in the mirror what happened, you can see your own reflection. So the same thing. So there was no animal, and when you see, so it means what? The world's most dangerous animal is what? You, me, and the whole human universe, right? So that, thanks to the efforts of a number of agencies in different countries, a new awareness has dawned upon the most dangerous animal in the world. But here, the writer is thanking to the there are so many NGOs and agencies are there in different countries that they have awakened, and they have begin, or they have started the this awareness upon the dangerous animal of the world. So Greta karke, that is one girl. If you are knowing that, there is a Greta, that she is around 18 years old, and she has started her revolution to save the earth and the planet. And that is the title of that is ecofeminism. So that is here in that she was telling that how the earth is exploited, the way the woman is exploited in the world. So there is a connection between the we are exploiting, or we are raping the girl the same way we are also raping, or we are also exploiting the earth. So this is very interesting thing. You just go and write down the ecofeminism and how it is used, and there are so many agencies and so many people, NGOs are coming forward. They have started that movement against this dangerous animal of the world, and that is the man. Scientists have cataloged about 1.4 million living species with which mankind shares the earth. Now, when you see there are so many researches have been done, and in that research catalog means when there is a list of anything, तो scientist का जो list है उसमें they have found 1.4 million living species that are living with us on this earth. So it means that this earth is not only for human beings, this earth is for other living species which are living on the earth. Estimates vary widely as regards the still uncatalogued living species. Biologists, okay. Now estimates. Now here this is the approximate thing, counting is that 1.4 million. So it varies widely. It can be aware. and still because there are so many living species are there which are uncatalogued and which are not searched by the scientists. Biologists reckon that about 3 to 100 million other living species still languish unnamed in ignominious darkness. Now, those biologists reckon means calculated that there are about 3 to 100 million, right? 100 million, yes, you just imagine 3 to 100 million other living species still languish. Languish means lose or lack of vitality of a person or plant or animal grow weak, right? So it is our lack of vitality. We are unable to count in our catalog and unnamed, and which are unnamed. We even don't know the name of that species in ignominious darkness. Ignominious darkness means disgraced as no one has knowledge about them. You even don't know there are on even networking sites or websites on Google. There are every day there are some new species they found, and they are telling that what is this? We don't know. The first time we see in the history. So there are so many other ignominious darkness in the world. One of the early international commissions with dealt inter alia with the question of ecology and environment was the branded commission, which had a distinguished Indian as one of its members. Now here the writer is talking about inter alia. Inter alia means among other things, right? So there was one international commission, and in that they are talking about one questions regarding the ecology and environment was the branded commission. So that commission's name is brand commission, which has in which we have one distinguished means established or well-known Indian, and who is the member of this commission, and whose name is Mr. L.K. Jha. Okay. The first brand report raised the questions: are we to leave our successor a scorched planet of the advanced deserts, improvised landscape, and ailing environment? So, in this commission, the report, they have raised first questions. And what was the question? That are we leaving? So, will we leave our successor? Successor means our future generation scorch means burn the surface with heat or fire. So when the planet, the earth is uh, reduced to burn, the surface of the earth is burned with heat of the fire. So are we going to leave this type of earth for the future generation? Advancing desert, now where you don't find any earth, lively living earth, but advancing desert, only desert and desert there. Improvised landscape, impoverized means made poor, very poor landscape, and ailing environment. Ailing is poor health environment. Are we going to live? So this question was asked in this commission. Mr. Lester R. Brown, in his thoughtful book, The Golden Economic Prospect, points out that the Earth's principal biological systems are four: fisheries, forest, plant, grassland, and cropland. And they form the. Okay, let's stop here, discuss it. Now, here, one very thoughtful writer, or you can say the ecologist, Mr. Lester R. Brown, in his book, he has written the book. The title of that book is The Global Economic Prospect, and in which he points out that the Earth's most principal means most biological system, Earth की four biological system है, and now which biological systems are that the fisheries, forest, grasslands, and croplands. Now these are the four systems on which our economic prospects are depend on which our economic development is dependent. Fisheries, you know that the fish because more on all over the world the people are eating fish, and this is a very good business, and economically wise this is a very development and economic business. Yeah, then after the forest, because we need the forest for our future or for our need. Grasslands and croplands, that is also about the that farming, you can say. They form the foundation of the global economic system. So now these are the global economic system in all over the world, this four system. In addition to supplying our food, this four system provide virtually all the raw material for industry except minerals and petroleum derived from synthetics. Now, here the right that the ecologist is saying that this is the four systems that are supplying, they are giving us a food, and these four systems provide virtually all the raw material. ये सारी आपको रॉ मटेरियल कौन किसको देती है? तो द इंडस्ट्री एक्सेप्ट मिनरल्स, वो बाकी मिनरल्स एंड पेट्रोलियम कौन देता है? अर्थ देता है। बाकी की जो रॉ मटेरियल्स है वो कौन देती है? दिस फोर इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम जो मैंने बात की। डिराइव्ड सिंथेटिक्स, सिंथेटिक्स मींस artificial substance. Now minerals and petroleum, it's not artificial synthetics, but it is a nature given by the earth. But other जो artificial substance है, raw materials है जो industry को provide करता है, so that is provided by this four economic system. So on this our economic development is dependent. In large areas of the world, human claims on these systems are reached an unsustainable level, a point where the productivity is impaired. Now here, there is the large areas of the world, humans are claiming, even people just knowing that these systems are unsustainable, and it is unsustainable point पे वो पहुंच गई है, what this system, and a point where this productivity is being impaired. Impaired means damage. Now you cannot weaken this productivity, कि इसकी productivity अभी weaken हो गई है, because we are exploiting earth and earth in every area. So now it is weakened. When this happens, fisheries collapse. Now if this happens, if earth is, we don't have anything, then what happens? Fisheries collapse. जो fisheries का business है, that will be collapse, means वो बंद हो जाएगा. Forest disappear. You cannot see forest anywhere, because you can see that in New Zealand or in Australia there are fire in the forest, and this is the way in US also. So this is the way you cannot see forest. Grasslands are converted into barren wasteland. Grasslands means this type of land where you can do farming. So that land will be converted into barren land. Barren land means you cannot live or you cannot inhabit any piece of land where you cannot have a farming and where you cannot have a living things. Wasteland. तो वो क्या हो जाएगी? Wasteland. So that is, अगर बोले तो वेस्टलैंड कौन सी जगह पे? वहां पे पत्थर होता है, स्टोन्स होते हैं, डेजर्ट हो जाएगा. सो ग्रासलैंड कन्वर्टेड इनटू वेस्टलैंड. एंड क्रॉपलैंड डिटोरिएट. डिटोरिएट मींस बिकम प्रोग्रेसिवली वर्स. जो क्रॉपलैंड है जहां पे हम फार्मिंग करते हैं, so that will be worse and that will be also decline. The protein conscious and protein hungry world, our fishing is common every day. Now here the writer is talking about the world is very conscious about the protein, and people were thinking about protein hungry world, and that is why they are eating fish so much, and overfishing and overeating fishing is now common every day. In poor countries, local forests are being decimated in order to procure firewood for cooking. Now in poor countries की अगर बात कर रहे हैं, so वहाँ पे the people are cutting the forest, so are being decimated to reduce. Now the forests are reducing because they are using for cooking firewood, right? In some places, firewood has become so expensive that what goes under the pot now costs more than what goes inside it. Now here the writer is also talking about this firewood, जो लकड़ी आती है, that is very expensive. Even the pot की अंदर जो है, so that is the food. That food फूड से भी ज्यादा फायरवुड कॉस्टली हो जाता है. So this is the writer is this is the humorous and sarcastic sentence that the writer is talking about the firewood की जगह पे अंदर का जो है that is the food pot के अंदर that is costs more than what goes inside it. Since the tropical forest is, in the word of Dr. Myers, the powerhouse of evolution. Now, here you can say that a forest is the powerhouse of evolution because without forest we cannot live. Several species of life face extinction as a result of its destruction. Because we are living here, so the other species are living in the forest. Also, they are the powerhouse, and because of several species destruction, because of the deforestation की वजह से there are so many species का extinction मतलब वो destruction हो जाता है the result of its destruction. You cannot find the life of any species. They cannot face into the forest because there will be no forest, so there will be no species at all. So there is a destruction of the species. Okay, we stop here and we continue in our next chapter, part number 2. So please stay continue and write down the question answer. Thank you so much.